Y'all, I wanted to share this powerful story with y'all. Baby, let me tell you something. When you represent God, not just from like the outside and just talking about God, I'm talking about when that real power of authority lives inside, the demons and other people will recognize your light and who you truly are. You ain't even gotta do nothing. You can just walk by a demon and they'll just look at you with an evil look. They'll tweak out on you, but you already be knowing, because if you really in tune with yourself and in God, you already know what it is. Let me share this story with y'all. Me and a friend of mine, we went downtown and we was walking. So this guy, he didn't really look homeless or anything, probably just on drugs, but from his outer appearance, he did not look like he was homeless or anything like that. But I walked past him and he looked at me and he was like, "You want to race, Eve?" And I just looked at him. In my head, I'm like, weird. And I just kept on walking, right? So we walking, looking for this spot. Always aware of my surroundings. Like, I just don't be playing with it. People be on some weird stuff. Anyway, I turned around and I seen him talking to another guy down the way. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I kept going. So then I see him leave from the guy from down there. He's heading our direction. So I stopped and I told my friend, I'm like, hold on. I just started acting like I'm tying my shoe or whatever. And I kind of looked in between my legs and I seen dude stop. So I stood up and I looked at dude, and then I tell my friend, I'm like, he following us. He like, what? I said, he following us. And I said, let's go back the other way. We turn around, go back the other way. Dude looks me up in my face, and then he started following us. So my friend that I was with, he is following us. Hold my stuff. I ain't finna play with him. And I'm like, no. I said, just let it play out. I know who I am and the gift that I carry, and I know the power that I carry. I can look at someone in their eyes. If there's a demon on them, I will make them tweak out. I look at dude in his eyes and I just kind of stare at him. Y'all, this guy got the saying, you a Eve, you a and I looked at him and I started smiling, just calling me out my name. So he telling the guy that I'm with, he said, I'm so sorry, Adam. I'm so sorry that you got to deal with this Eve. It's like her that make it hard for us. Y'all, he just got the tweaking out so bad, right? So at this point, my adrenaline rushing. You want to know why? Because the unhealed version of myself, or who I used to be, when people would call me the B word, I would tweak out and black out so bad, because I feel like that word is the most lowest word that you can call somebody. I would just tweak out so bad. But see, the devil already know what he got to do to get you tight. He already know what tactics, and he was trying to use those same old tactics that used to make you tweak out to make you tweak out again. But see, I'm so far ahead of who I used to be. We kept walking or whatever. Dude still following us, going crazy, right? So I closed my eyes and I said, Lord, get this man. Y'all, when I tell y'all that man, y'all, I'm getting chills right now. When I tell y'all that man fled, that man left so quick. Y'all, by the time I opened my eyes and turned, I saw him down there, looked again. Y'all, that man was gone. I can't even make this up. That man was gone. We walked to the car to go and drop some stuff off. That's where we was going. I started feeling the energy more of being where I was. And I was telling my guy friend, it's certain places that I just don't like to go, because I start feeling uneasy, because I can feel so much of the negative energy. It will drain my energy. So once I get to start feeling uneasy, anxiety, I know it's bad energy out in the atmosphere. So then I be ready to go home, because now I got to recharge, and now I got to isolate. Now I got to pray, because now I got to figure out what was all of this. So it's a lot of places I just do not go to where low vibrational people are. But I was outside, but at the same time I'm downtown, so we already know what type of energies be in the atmosphere when you go downtown. We walking, right, and I see this lady. She like a homeless lady. She look homeless or whatever. Now it's so many people around, people looking at her, everybody looking at everybody. She waits until I looks at her and tweak out and asks me, what are you looking at? Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me? Y'all just going crazy. I'm like, wow. And everybody outside posted up. Everybody is looking at her like, dang, who looking at her? Who's staring at her? Everybody looking around. Y'all, she was talking about me, looking at me, still talking noise. She done left from where she was and walked out there in the middle of the street, just still talking noise and everything. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. All of that to say, y'all, when you have that light and that power and you carry that authority, demons tweak out. But see, that's why the new version of myself, God already had a talk with me and told me I cannot step a foot in places that I once used to go. That's why he tell you that. That's why you can't hang around certain people that you used to hang around with. This is crucial because you don't even know the power that you carry within. You're not who you used to be, baby. Your light shines brighter. Your power, the energy that you carry, the enemy can feel it. They sense it. They will start getting into it with you. They will start going against you. They will start trying to set you up. When you elevate, that's why when you go through isolation, he started to remove certain people from you, certain things. You can't go, like I said, where you used to go. You're not even wanted in them places no more, and you don't even know. But see, he had already told me this, but I didn't think me going downtown would cause so much chaos like it did. But now I know that, like, I gotta be careful even when I'm going downtown. All of that to just tell y'all, be aware and just know who you are and that power you carry. When your gift is activated, when the power of God inside of you is activated, you're no longer who you used to be. I don't know who needed to hear this message, but if people been tweaking out with you for no reason and you've been trying to figure out and you know you got that close relationship with God, baby, that's why. That's why. Stay away from them people and stay at those places that you used to go to, because you just can't do it no more. You're a changed woman. You're a changed man. Embrace that and go where you're celebrated, not where it's going to be chaos. Bye.